Hi everyone, Mandy here from Orca Pad. Thanks for tuning into my channel. I've put together a February spread for 2019. This month is going to be an ultra simple ocean theme. The supplies that I'm using will be linked in the description below. Alright, let's get started. So I'm starting this month off with a monthly recap page. Personally, I've never used one of these types of pages before, but I've seen it done and it seems like a really good idea for that, that unfinished business from the previous month. I'm keeping it really simple since I've never used one, and I'm just going to have a box that says keep, a box that says discard, and then I'm just going to leave it open at the bottom for anything that might arise. I'm just drawing really simple banners and boxes and block letters for this page, and what I usually do is go behind myself afterwards and do things like color it in, highlights, shadows, and things like that. Now that we have the January recap page out of the way, we can start our 2019 February setup. I like having a title page before the beginning of the month because it's just a nice introduction. So I'm just doing some faux calligraphy. I did it with pencil first, and then I just thicken the downstroke and leave the upstroke as is. And then I go over it with a permanent pen. I'm using watercolor again for my title page. I am pretty new to watercolor and I absolutely love it. I love using it in my bullet journal. I'll probably be saying that a lot. One thing I know for sure with watercolors is that you start light and you go darker as you progress. And I would think that for the most part, for most mediums, that is the general rule. I know for colored pencils, that's what you should do. You start off with a light hand and also with lighter colors, and you build it up. And I think that adds a lot of depth to any picture using any mediums, really. If you just go in with a dark color, it just might look flat, but if you build up the layers with different shades, different colors, etc., it just gives it that bit of depth. For the highlights on the water from the sunset and the sunset itself, I'm using a cadmium yellow and cadmium orange. For the watercolor paints, I'm using Kuretake, and it's a Japanese company, and I ordered it off Amazon. So these are my first experiences with watercolor pans, and I really like them. They're really vibrant. The colors are really vibrant, and yeah, I would recommend it for any beginner. I think the trickiest part with watercolors is sort of knowing how much water to use and when to blend. It's kind of delicate, where I'm used to painting with acrylics, and acrylics are much more forgiving, because if you don't like it, then you just wait a little while till it dries and then you just go over it again. Whereas watercolor is not quite like that. It's more subtle, and yeah, I would just say delicate. Alright, I'm gonna let the video run for a bit. I'll be back in a few. When I'm done with the watercolor, I go over the entire thing with a Faber Castell PITT artist pen just to outline and put in some details. And for the month of February, I'm going over that with a white Uniball Signo pen, and February is done. And now I'm getting started on my first weekly spread of February. So I'm combining 2 weeks onto 2 pages. Usually I do 1 week per 2 pages, but this one, whenever I start a month off and there's only a few days left in the week, then I will combine 2 weeks on 2 pages. I'm doing a relatively simple spread. using boxes and the stencils that come with the Orca Pad. I'm going to let the clip run for a little bit and I will get back to you shortly. This is my second weekly of the month, and it's going to be even simpler than the first. I'm basically drawing in a surfboard with a wave design on it, and then I'm just going to use a Tombow brush pen and a Tombow Fudenosuke calligraphy pen to write in the days of the week, and that's pretty much going to be my weekly this week. And I love how it turned out. It's super simple, just the way I wanted it, and I think most of my spreads will be like that this year. I want to spend less time doing elaborate spreads and more time kind of making use of the bullet journal instead. The only time I think I'm going to put more effort into it is for the title page and challenges and stuff like that. And for my last and final spread, it's going to be just as simple as the previous one. I spent a little bit more time just because I was doing watercolor, but it was really quick and easy. I basically was just sticking with my ocean theme. I do a wave with a surfer on it, and that's pretty much it. After I'm done, I paint in some lines, put in the dates, and that's it. I love this one. This one's my favorite. I'm gonna let this clip run for a bit. I'll be back. So I said that that was my last spread, but I had completely forgotten that I actually had one more week left, so sorry about that. Got you all excited that it was over. So this is the last one, and this is called The Great Wave off Kanagawa by Hokusai, who's the artist, and you probably recognize it. It's very famous tsunami painting. I just do part of it. I end every month with a habit tracker, and this is my favorite habit tracker that I've ever used. It's very simple. It's 8 boxes with dates, and I just fill it out with a different color every day. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I genuinely appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment below if you have anything to say, and please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be updated when I post new videos. Thank you.